The best way to get leads in business comes down to two things. First, volume. Second, your offer. If you nail both of those, then you'll have so many leads you won't know what to do with them. Let's get into it. It's super simple. I wrote it all down. This is the lead cycle. All you gotta do is repeat this and make sure you track all of your numbers so you know what works best for you. For instance, let's real quick go to social media. That works best for me. I'm trying to get lawn care leads, and that could be different for different markets. So always track leads and see where your highest return on investment comes from, or return on ad spend if you're going with ads. But let's start at the first. Door hangers. The way you get more customers, pure volume. You got to put out 100, 200, 300 of these a day, 4 weeks. And when thousands of people see them, you're going to get customers from that. That's just how it works. This is a super simple way to instantly increase your conversion ratio and your lead ratio. All you got to do is knock on the door. It's as easy as that. And your lead ratio goes up by at least 40 to 50%. Door hangers are great. Anyone can do them. Social media, awesome also. Not everyone can do it. Not everyone's going to watch a channel, for instance, on lawn care. So you got to know how to do it. You got to know how to execute so that people are actually interested in it. The way that you make something like this is volume and offers. You got to be posting constantly and creating good content that has an appealing offer. No one wants to watch content that is either super bland or the thing they're selling is a terrible deal. No one's going to do that. So you have to create high volume to drive traffic to a great offer. That's social media. Let's go back to door hangers real quick. The reason we're only doing volume is you're selling your brand or your service. You're not necessarily selling an offer. Once then you get that lead, that's when your sales team or you yourself becomes the offer and you sell them on your package or whatever you're selling. Campaigns. This is email campaigns. This is only works if you built up your own customer list or something like that. So email campaigns are crucial. This is my highest return on investment because I don't have any investment. So it's infinity. Zero, anything divided by zero is not a real number because it's exponential. That is merely an offer. You do not want to do high volume on this. And let me tell you why. If you do high volume on this and you know this, they're going to feel like they're getting spammed out, and no one wants to do something where they're getting spammed out. They're going to unsubscribe from you. And you know this because you've unsubscribed from something. I've unsubscribed from something because they just send way too many emails. So instead of doing that, send consistent amount of emails that have incredible offers inside of them. That's how you get very high conversions on leads inside your email list. Paid ads. That's just a numbers game. That's just volume. Of course, they have to be good. All these have to be high quality, but that's just volume. You're going to figure out your numbers, and maybe for every $300 you spend, you get one lead. Maybe that's not the best thing. Because up here, when you spend $1,000 in door hangers and $200 on employee wages to put them out, you get a higher return on investment. That's why you got to track these. Now we're going to yard signs. This is similar to door hangers, but you sticking these in yards of customers you do after you ask them, of course. Something that you can even do is actually offer them a discount. You're like, hey, if you let me put a yard sign because we love taking care of your yard and we think it looks really good, we're going to take $5 off every visit. That adds up to $25 at the end of the year or $50 at the end of the year. And it's not much. It's not going to hurt you. And your customers can be more than happy to support you, especially if you're trying to make it easy for them and something that they want because they love your work. EDDM, every door direct mail. This is great. Super low conversion though, but this is great for getting your brand in front of thousands of people. This is volume/offer. You're sending out these postcards that the U.S. Postal Service sends to a route that you pick. So you can pick the age, the demographics, how much money they make. So you can target clients who are on the higher end, or you can target middle income clients. You can target age, you can target all these things. But you can put a compelling offer on there. So they see your brand and they see this offer that is so good that they can't pass it up. They would feel stupid to say no to. Finally, cold calls. This is everyone's favorite, especially Andy Elliott's. That is simply massive volume and a great pitch, a great offer. And you just got to keep doing this. This is why this is called the lead cycle, because you keep doing this till you find what works, and you find what works really well for you, and you double down on that. You pursue it so hard until you dry it up. And let me tell you, it's going to be way longer before you dry it up than you actually realize. You're only going to dry up that source if you're a monopoly. And I'm guessing you're not a monopoly at this point, or you probably wouldn't be watching this video. I'm not either. That's why I'm still following these. But we're getting there. We're grinding. I am the owner of Mo Bros Lawn Maintenance, 19 years old, doing $150,000 in annual revenue in our second year. Next year's going to be huge. We're going to be doing over $500,000. And this is the journey. These are the tactics I am using. If you're young, if you're old, if you want some new tactics on business, follow, because I'm posting daily. I will see you later.